Very good evening, and thanks for clicking on to the 21st edition of the Global Weather and Climate Report. These are the temperature anomalies globally for the month of November so far, and you can see here that we have got significant warmth across the mid-latitudes, really, of the planet at the moment, the Northern Hemisphere. But we do have significant cooling now starting to show up here over western and central portions of North America. We've got a warm Alaska, warm Northwest Canada, warm Greenland, and there has been blocking around, of course, during the month of November, albeit that we have been continuing to see a strong jet stream underneath that block. And so we've not been in a sense, a particularly cold pattern, but certainly across parts of central and eastern North America, after a very warm open to the month, we have seen a significant cool down. We have since then seen an uptick in temperature. Therefore, we are going to see the jet stream over the Atlantic starting to weaken as we go through the next week to 10 days or so, and that may lead to a significant interesting period as we open the month of December and, of course, open meteorological winter. The slowing down of the jet stream, I think, could be quite a significant factor in terms of turning around the upper air pattern overall. Now, this is the setup, this is the 2 meter temperature anomalies of the GFS anyway for today, and you can see here plenty of warmth over North America, over Northern Africa, Southern Africa. There has been a common denominator of cooler than normal within the tropical belt through 2022, and the reason probably is highly down to the La Nina that's now in a third year. We are going to have a La Nina winter for the third year in a row, and then it is likely to flip around to at least neutral as we move into the spring, if not even flipping towards El Nino as we push towards next summer. But that, of course, is a long way out. Notice here, very cold across much of Russia. If you notice, very, very warm. Middle East, even around Qatar, we've seen temperatures in the 30s where the World Cup is well underway, of course, at the moment, but we are seeing a little bit of a trim back in temperature here. We have seen warmth across North Africa, and we have also been talking about some very unusual warmth actually within the Caucasus region. So basically kind of between Turkey and West China, we've had a tremendous amount of warmth in this general vicinity here. We've also had a significantly hot year, off the scale hot, in fact, across many parts of China. What is going to be interesting here is that we do have a significant flip around taking place, and I do believe that this is down to the Manchurian oscillation becoming more favourable. Notice here the widespread upward motion over the Pacific Ocean, Western Pacific, and indeed notice the turnaround that takes place as we go through the next several days here. Look at the Atlantic, the large-scale upward motion within the Americas, within the Atlantic, within western portions of Europe. We've now got a downward motion here over the Indian Ocean and the western portion of the Pacific. It is rotating through phases 7, 8, and eventually into 1. And these are cold phases within the Manchurian oscillation setup here. So I think what we're going to find is we're going to see a flip around taking place in the upper air pattern, a major flip that is of the temperature profile here. So if I can get to the right chart, I can show you what's taking place. So like I say, a large area of the mid-latitudes at the moment is warmer than normal. Europe's been warmer than normal. We've got warmer than normal conditions over North America. But we are going to see a major shot of cold air that's coming out of Siberia, down into China, down into the Koreas, Japan, Southeast Asia even is going to get in on some colder conditions here. As I play through the loop, this is the northern hemispheric view. This is the 2 meter temperature anomalies here. Warm North America, warm Asia, south of Russia that is, and warm western portions of Europe. As I play through the loop here, you can see the change taking place where we start to see the warming up towards the high latitudes, and pay close attention to these areas here. Very cold Arctic air now then gets displaced down in the mid latitudes of North America. We're seeing the big turnaround take place in eastern portions of Asia as well, and indeed Europe as well. So the big three industrial centres look, certainly according to the models, as if we're going to start to see a significant spell of cold weather taking hold as we move from a very warm November into a colder December. And it's going to be interesting to see if the models can hold on to this scenario here as we go forward here. So we can see the dump of cold air into North America. You can see it into Asia, Eastern Asia, of course, around here, China, Japan, the Koreas. And we can also start to see it taking shape into Scandinavia and into the British Isles here as well. So a major flip in the upper air pattern is taking shape here, folks, as we go into the month of December here. You can see the cold anomalies now starting to flood Europe, flood North America, and flood eastern portions of Asia here. So very, very interesting times to come, I think, as we go forward. Remember what I said to you about the the 10 HPA temperature profile not really showing anything particularly exciting. 10 HPA, of course, is the upper portion of the stratosphere, and a very robust, very strong polar vortex at play at the moment here. But all this transfer of heat from low latitudes to high latitudes could have an impact on the stratosphere as we go down the road. Wouldn't it be interesting if we see the Manchurian oscillation flip the pattern? We start to see cold coming south, we see warm going north, high latitude blocking. Then that eventually leads to some sort of a stratospheric warming taking place later down the road in December. That would be an interesting one. We've seen it before, and it's interesting what the modelling is indicating here. So this is, of course, the initial, and then we can see here it actually looks stronger, if you notice here, by the time we reach 168 hours, which of course is a week from now. Notice here, this is out to 384 hours, way down the road. But isn't that interesting, the warming that we're seeing on the other side of the pole? Something worth at least paying attention to as we go into the heart of winter season 2022-2023. So certainly a lot of things to consider. We are seeing interesting things taking shape. We don't have a fired up jet stream circling the hemisphere at the moment. We're seeing weakness, we're seeing transfer, we're seeing changes in the upper air pattern, and I certainly would encourage you to keep it right here on my YouTube channel to keep up to date. I explain the reasons why we see the change rather than just the change itself. So do keep it right here and stay up to date. So thanks for watching. Please like, please share with your friends and family. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Bye for now.